Here's Juss in Doncaster, who also disagrees with me on Thatcher. Go ahead, in Doncaster of all places. Go on.
Well,
they did really well in the Thatcher years, as I seem to recall.
It's called creative destruction. Old industries make way for new ones.
Except the new ones never arrived, yeah?
Well, if you come to Doncaster, there's plenty of service industries down here.
You're selling ice cream to the dwindling band of tourists visiting Doncaster.
You speak with a man of no experience. If you take a look at the Industrial Revolution, the old agricultural industries, then we had the Industrial Revolution that replaced all of them. Farmers suffered, their livelihoods were destroyed, but would you go back before the Industrial Revolution?
Well, let's come a bit. Let's be a bit more up to date, and let's deal with Mrs. Thatcher's period itself, shall we?
No, it's just a comparison. That
industry when Mrs. Thatcher came to power, we had a car industry, a steel industry, a coal industry, a shipbuilding industry, a ship repair industry, an auto, a locomotive manufacturing and repair capacity. We had factories employing tens of thousands of people making things, not services, just not ice cream cones to sell to the tourists in Doncaster. Things that people need, things that people want.
They're all industries. They weren't making a profit.
Well, you see, that's a triumph of accountancy over economics. Profit is not what we make things for.
For a business to run.
Well,
if business doesn't run, they don't offer a service.
Anyway, let me develop my point, then I'll let you back in. In the course of the Thatcher period, the greed is good philosophy, which led to the bubble, which has just burst, was given free and full rein. The country was divided, communities against communities. Whole communities, like the coalfields, for example, were closed down. And despite the equanimity with which you view that, I can assure you that the social problems that exist in former coalfield communities today are directly as a result of those coal mines being closed. The steel industry closed. Now we import our coal from other people. We're dependent on other people's oil, and sometimes have to invade and occupy their countries to secure a plentiful and cheap supply of it. Mrs. Thatcher believed in me and now. I believe in us and always. Your turn now.
So if you believe in us and always, would you give up all your wealth now and divide it equally between as many people as you could?
My dear, if you knew how little wealth I had, you would laugh. You would laugh at that idea.
Would you redistribute any of your income, any of it whatsoever?
I would redistribute all of it.
So if you
I would redistribute all of it. If you're a regular listener, Joseph, you're a regular listener, you'll know that on this very show, just last week, I was arguing that my ideal society, in which I would be delighted to sacrifice, would be one in which the richest among us would not be more than 3 times richer than the poorest among us. That's where I stand.
So you go live in North Korea?
No thanks. I'm British. I'd rather live here. I don't speak Korean.
Go learn the language.
No, I've no wish to live in Korea. You see, that's a kind of infantile stupidity that the only Thatcherite in Doncaster could have, I suppose, predictably dredged up.